So I want to do this video. I wrote this in my phone a while back, and I had to do this video. One, because I thought it was funny. Two, because I think it's true, and I feel like there's some degree of life advice, maybe some information that's insightful that could help somebody out there somehow. We'll find out by the end of the video. But in my phone, I had in my notes. In my phone, I have a whole section of videos I want to do in the future. And I had the title of this. It's called Most Male Celebrities Are Men. The reason why I came up with this is because a while back, I don't know when Jack Harlow became famous. I don't really know when it was. It doesn't really matter. But every girl I knew, every girl on Facebook, every girl on Instagram, TikTok, all over social media, every single girl was going crazy for Jack Harlow. And I sat there and I looked at Jack Harlow. And this is me being completely honest. Like, I'm one of those guys where, like, if a dude is attractive, I'm not going to be one of those guys who are scared of, oh, attractive, oh, if you say he's attractive, oh, you're gay. Stupid. I'm one of those people who can admit, like, okay, yeah, I can see why girls like this guy. He's a good-looking guy. Fair enough. He's in good shape. He's in good whatever. But I saw Jack Harlow, and I was like, he's a basic dude. He's mid. Most guys are mid. Most guys are average. That's fine. I think I'm mid. But I saw him, and I was like, he's not a guy that girls would care about. Most guys, if you go like to a bar, to a club, even if you're a good-looking guy, to get a girl's attention is super difficult because most girls at clubs, this is my opinion, most girls at clubs or bars, they have all the leverage and they act high and mighty, and you go up and talk to them. It's almost as if they want to reject you just to fulfill their ego. I feel like girls get very egotistical, especially in like public events and stuff like that. There's this thing where like if you hit on me and I reject you, it boosts my self-esteem because it makes me better than you, as if guys don't just hit on like thousands of girls at random without caring and without really paying them much mind or attention anyway. But that's a whole different story. But I'll see a dude like Jack Harlow and I'm like, if he were a normal guy at a bar and he came up to you and you did not know who he was, you would never give him the time of day. Sure, obviously some girls will be like, oh yeah, he's good looking or whatever. Everybody's got their own preference. But most girls wouldn't give a fuck, if we're being completely honest. It was funny because a lot of girls disagree. They're
like, oh no, but Jack Harlow's handsome. Oh, he's so tall. He's so talented.
Most celebrities, especially male celebrities, well, I'm going to say specifically male celebrities, they're only hot or attractive for a very specific amount of time. They're popular for maybe a few months when they drop like a song or single that's hot, or maybe they drop like 2 or 3 singles that are hot. And then no one gives a fuck about them. No girls care about them. No girl puts their poster up. No girl idolizes them. And you realize just how a lot of times female attraction, and this isn't anti-women, this is just me pointing out something that I think is 1000% true. A lot of female attraction is based solely on status. And because it's based on status and because status is something that kind of society dictates, it's really just arbitrary, if that makes sense. Even someone like Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Hemsworth, granted, is funny, he's tall, he is a good-looking guy. I think most people would agree that he's a good-looking guy. But I think even Chris Hemsworth, I think most girls, if he were just like a guy at a bar or club, unless he were really doing something remarkable, unless he like really dressed like super well, went up to girls and really approached them in a certain way, I still think most girls would. I'm not going to say they would reject him, but I'm going to say he wouldn't stand out nearly as much as he would because he's a movie star. And some people are probably sitting there going, like, obviously, because he's a movie star, he would stand out. The point that I'm making is that you can be a guy, say like Zac Efron, another guy that I think people will collectively say is a relatively good-looking guy. If Zac Efron weren't famous and he were at a bar or club, I guarantee most girls wouldn't know him. They wouldn't notice him. They'd be like, oh, some dude. Just some guy at a bar or club. Girls' attraction it's crazy how much it relies so much on status. Because currently, I haven't heard a peep from Jack Harlow. I haven't heard a single song that he's done. His song isn't trending on Instagram anymore or on TikTok. That song First Class, it's not trending anymore. No girl talks about him. Now it's Bad Bunny. Now Bad Bunny's the dude. And even Bad Bunny, like I look at Bad Bunny, I'm like, he's a guy. I guess he's a good looking guy. He's a decent looking guy. He's tall. So it's like he's still for the most part mid. He's still basic. Like he's only popular. He's only attractive to a lot of people because people were told that he's attractive. And to me, that's such a crazy concept. I don't know if this all makes sense to you, but the idea that people's attraction is dictated by what is told to them rather than what they should just inherently or intrinsically find attractive stuns me. To me, that's almost like eating fruit, like eating a food or something like that, and being told that it's delicious and then believing it's delicious after you were told it's delicious. Like, does that make sense? So I sit there and I see these celebrities and I'm just like, most celebrities, if you really just ignore what society thinks about them, and if you just alone in your room, look at them, put them under like a microscope of your mind or of your eyes or whatever, and just try to figure out like, what is so special about this person? Literally, for most celebrities, it's nothing. There's nothing that special. Most of them aren't that athletic. Most of them aren't that talented. Most of them aren't that special. Most of them aren't that intelligent. They're not that smart. They're not that creative. They're not that funny. They're not that charismatic. There's very few things about most celebrities that are so appealing that makes them really, like, if they weren't celebrities, they would just be average. They would just be like everyone else. So I think that's part of it. Part of the lesson, I guess you can call it a lesson from this video, is females' attraction. And I guess to a degree, everyone's attraction, everyone's gravitation towards things only exists because society tells us it should exist, which says a lot about humans. It means humans just blindly listen to society without truly filtering in things for themselves or thinking for themselves. The second part, I'm sort of thinking about it now as I'm talking on this video. The second thing that kind of just came to mind, people should give themselves a lot more credit for their own talents and abilities. I think about someone like Cardi B. Anyone who knows me knows I do not like Cardi B. I don't dislike her as a person because I don't know her. I can't say I hate celebrities. I hate the character they put on usually. Like, I hate Kim Kardashian's character, but I don't hate Kim Kardashian because I don't know Kim Kardashian. I've never met her in person. In person, she might actually be pretty nice. She might actually be pretty smart and funny. But her character to me is quite low value. It's low IQ, low quality. Everything about her as her character is just low standards. To me, Kim Kardashian is the reasons why society is in the negative position that it's in. And that actually might just be a whole video in itself. But if you were to take someone like Cardi B, say you saw her in a crowd, you did not know that she was famous, you did not know that she was a rapper, you did not know that she was on some TV show, she would look basic. I mean, she has like a fake ass and fake titties. But besides that, assuming, if she were normal, she wouldn't even be able to afford it probably. Besides that, she would just be basic. She would just be some basic girl. Like, I don't even think Cardi B is that attractive, to be honest. She gets a lot of makeup done. Fake tits, fake ass. She doesn't exercise. She doesn't really exercise. So you can't even say that her work ethic as far as like taking care of her body is high. To me, any girl that like gets plastic surgery solely for the sake of cosmetics, to me, doesn't have a high work ethic. Because if you really wanted to say that you are better than anyone in any way, you would just do the work and work out and embrace your natural beauty. That's my personal opinion. Could be controversial. It is what it is. I said it. But yeah, strip away the makeup, strip away the fake butt and the fake tits. She would be basic. She'd be below average probably. To be honest, she'd be below average because she could barely speak English. She can't really speak coherent sentences half the time. She's obnoxious. She's annoying. And I'm not trying to bash Cardi B in this video only. The point that I'm making is that most celebrities, if you really think about it, they're quite normal. They're quite average in the grand scheme of human beings. Most people you probably know in your social circle are probably better at something or several things than most celebrities you can think of. There are a few celebrities that in my opinion, are very talented and that stand out. I know I give like Henry Cavill, I give a lot of credit. I think he's a fantastic actor. Seems like a really smart guy in interviews that I've seen. He kind of does a great job at being, one, athletic, but also kind of like geeky and nerdy. And he's very left brain and right brain. He's very articulate when he speaks, but he, to my understanding, is also a bit of an introvert. So he can play whatever role. And I'm not talking about just acting. I'm talking about he can play whatever role in society that he wants to, which I think is a skill in itself that people take for granted. When you really just sit there and think about it, most celebrities just are average. They're either average or subpar. A lot of the rappers you see, if you didn't know they were famous, would you really talk to them? Would you really care? This brings up a story, actually. Years ago, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, me and some friends went to, I think it was Ocean City. And I'm weird about celebrities because I don't find celebrities that interesting, as you can probably tell from this video. I don't find them that fascinating or that fantastic. We were at the beach in Ocean City. And me and a few friends were walking down the pier or whatever, down the boardwalk. And this one guy was there, and everyone's taking pictures, everyone's stopping, everyone's like, oh my God, it's this guy. To this day, I have no idea who this guy is, by the way. And my friends go up to him, Two of them go up. Me and my one friend stay back. Two of the other guys, they go up and talk to him. They get his autograph, and they're, like shaking his hand, whatever. And me and my friend that stood back, he goes to me. He's like, "Who is that guy? Like, I guess he's famous." And I was like, "I don't know the fuck he is." And he was like, "Do you want to get his autograph?" And I was like, "Fuck no. Why would I want to get his autograph? Like, I don't even know who he is." And the funniest part is that my friends that actually went to go get his autograph and talk to him, they come back and we're like, "Who was that guy?" And they were like, "I don't know. He seemed famous because everyone else was around him." So to me, it's just funny how it's almost like a halo effect. Like, if you seem famous, people just give you extra praise and extra worship, even if they don't know who you are or what you did. So to me, it's just so fascinating. But I guess the bigger, more valuable takeaway from this video, besides the whole female attraction thing, is kind of just based on what society dictates. You can be a celebrity too. And I'm not saying it in the super specific sense, like, oh yeah, you could also be Cardi B, or you could also be Kim Kardashian, or you could also be this super influential person online. The real point that I want to bring home is that you shouldn't limit yourself. You shouldn't feel like you're incapable of doing something. You shouldn't see a celebrity or someone on TV or on social media and think you can't be as good or not, if not better than that person. Because in reality, you probably are better skill-wise, not value-wise, not as far as like human value, but skill-wise, you probably are better than that person in a lot of different ways. Chances are you probably are more charismatic. Chances are you probably do have more skills. Chances are you probably have a better work ethic. So I guess that's the bigger takeaway from this video. Don't limit yourself. Celebrities aren't that special. Don't idolize them. Don't worship them. Don't give them all of your time and energy and attention. It's good. It's okay to have heroes. I'm not saying don't have heroes, but what I am saying is that don't see them as so far ahead of you to a degree where they're that special. Because I think most celebrities, they're really not that special. Hope that makes sense. Peace.